Voyagers is directed by Neil Berger. It stars Ty Sheridan, Lily Rose Depp, Fionn Whitehead, and Colin Farrell. Voyagers is a new science fiction film that takes place in the future. Earth is now an unlivable planet, so 30 young men and women are sent into space to find a new home. But as time goes on, the mission goes out of control. A lot of people start to descend into madness, start to question what's real and what's not. And we have our movie. So, Voyagers is a movie I was not aware of until a couple of weeks ago when I went to go see the movie Nobody in theaters. I saw this trailer because it was playing before that film, and I thought Voyagers looked exciting, interesting, and intense. I also liked the cast that was in the film, so I was definitely intrigued to go see this movie. I saw Voyagers last night in theaters, and if I'm going to be honest with you guys, I thought this movie sucked. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This review is not going to be very long. It's definitely going to be to the point because this movie is yet another film in 2021 in which the premise had such a promising potential, but the execution just falls flat in so many ways. The best thing I could say about this movie is that the first 30 minutes or so definitely shows some promise. Yes, it's a little slow during the first 30 minutes, but there was definitely some intrigue. And I thought it was going to build into something rewarding for the viewer. Also, there are moments of the film where, like I said, you can see that potential and the premise, and I wasn't bored 100%. There are some scenes that caught my interest somewhat, and the third act, there are some entertaining scenes, I guess. But as a whole, I'm not going to lie to you guys, this movie was boring. When I say this movie was boring, bruh, this film tells a story in such an uninteresting and dull way. Basically, this movie is Lord of the Flies in space, which could definitely work. But as I stated before, this movie, it's an hour and 50 minutes long, right? But it feels like an eternity. Man, you know it's a problem when Zack Snyder's Justice League is 4 hours long, but yet that movie felt shorter than this film. How does that even happen? I don't know, but that says a lot about the pacing of this film. It's a very dull film. And look, we've seen this type of premise before many times. How many times have we seen a movie in which it's a commentary on human nature and there are characters in a situation or they're in a different planet or anything, and they start to question what's real and what's not, and then one of the characters turns crazy, and we've seen that so many times. And it's not that it's negative to this movie, but there's no justification when the movie thinks it's so smart and profound when really it's as surface level as it can be, and it just turns out to be generic and boring. And even with the talented cast, it's just most of the performances are either wooden or unconvincing. I'm not really sure what happened because you have Fionn Whitehead, who's from Dunkirk, Ty Sheridan, who's been in so many good movies before, Ready Player One, Mud. I know he's been in a lot more. Lily Rose Depp, I think this is the first time I've seen her. She's Johnny Depp's daughter, actually. And Colin Farrell, he's not one of my favorite actors, but I definitely like him. So I don't know what happened. I mean, a lot of the acting here is just so wooden, and the dialogue is just not very interesting at all. Wow, this film is just really boring. I imagine there might be some people who really like the cast, and that's why they go see the movie. And if they go see the film, they'll like it, which is cool. I'm never going to downgrade somebody for liking a film or vice versa. But if the argument's going to be this film is more of a psychological film, it really is a commentary on how if you repress people so much, they might, they might show their true nature as time goes on, which is cool. But like, damn, this film just tells it in such an uninteresting way. And there's something about me personally, I cannot stand boring movies at all. And I know nobody likes boring movies, but I honestly would rather watch a mediocre film that's not boring than just a straight up boring movie, which is what this film was. It's crazy because the trailer was exciting and intense. I'm like, oh, this looks like a really fast paced movie that is gonna, focus more on the psychological problems rather than just be, your typical generic film. But in reality, it's a bore fest. It just feels like a missed opportunity. I have nothing more to say. I'm not really motivated. If you want to see it, honestly, I would just wait until it comes on DVD or on streaming. I would not go to the theaters to go see this movie. So I'm going to give Voyagers a 4 out of 10. only because some scenes were okay. The acting, actually no, the acting was not good, but I guess there were some moments that showed promise. The first 30 minutes aren't bad, and like I said, some scenes are watchable, but this film just falls flat in a lot of ways. It just wasn't for me. That's my review of Voyagers. Very short review, but yeah, that's what I got to say about the movie. This didn't really do much for me. I don't have much to say. So the next review will be for Them Season 1. So that's a new show that dropped on Amazon Prime on Thursday night. I have been busy these past couple of days, so expect to review a little later than you may expect. I'll try to have it as soon as I can, but because of time and everything going on, I may not have it until a few days later than I normally would. So there's that. Thank you for watching this review. I hope you guys will take into consideration if you want to watch this film or not. So, yeah, like I said, the next time I will see you guys is for my review of Them Season 1. So, yeah, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, share the video if you want, and until then, have a good one. I'll see you guys next time with Them Season 1 review. So, take care. Bye.